Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today, we're delving into a topic that's close to all of our hearts, the 5 love languages. Relationships are the foundation of our lives, be it with our partners, family, friends, or even ourselves. But have you ever wondered why sometimes you feel truly understood and cherished, while at other times, there seems to be a gap in communication and connection? Well, that's where the concept of the 5 love languages comes into play. Developed by Dr. Gary Chapman, this framework has the power to transform how we perceive and express love in all its forms. Whether you're on a quest to deepen your romantic relationship, strengthen bonds with family, or even enhance your friendships, understanding the love languages can make a world of difference. In this video, we're going to explore each of the 5 love languages. We'll dive into what each love language entails, and how to effectively apply this knowledge to enrich your connections. So, whether you're a hopeless romantic, a devoted friend, or simply curious about the intricacies of human connection, stay tuned as we embark on a journey through the world of the 5 love languages. Love languages are considered very important because they can help you and your loved ones understand each other in depth and better. We all express and receive love differently, and those differences could be the reason why feelings and good intentions sometimes get lost in translation. The concept of love languages was developed by Dr. Gary Chapman in his book, The 5 Love Languages, The Secret to Love That Lasts, where he describes these 5 unique styles of communicating love, categories he distilled from his experience in marriage counseling and linguistics. Through Dr. Chapman's clinical work as a couples counselor, he noticed that partners often misunderstood each other's needs, not because they weren't trying to connect, rather, they had different ways of experiencing and receiving love. Dr. Chapman found that patterns emerged in what his clients wanted from their partners, and he named these patterns the 5 love languages. In order to understand this subject better, we will have to start with the basics. Let's first see what a love language is. So, what is a love language? Love language, or the language of love, is about the different ways in which a person expresses and receives love in a relationship, be it a friendship, family, or romantic relationship. Everyone may have different preferences when it comes to the love languages they use and accept. Understanding the love language of our partners or those we care about can help strengthen relationships and understand each other's needs. Even if you can relate to different expressions of love, according to Chapman's theory, we all have a primary language that speaks to us the most. As mentioned earlier, the concept of love theory was first popularized by Gary Chapman in his book The 5 Languages of Love, The Secret to Lasting Love. These 5 love languages are acts of service, physical touch, words of affirmation, quality time, and receiving gifts. Okay, let's start with this one. Acts of service. This love language is for people who believe that actions speak louder than words. By actions, this means doing selfless, thoughtful things for the other person. They demonstrate their affection with thoughtful gestures. Unlike those who prefer to hear how much they're cared for, people on this list like to be shown how they're appreciated. Doing the smaller and bigger chores to make their lives easier or more comfortable is highly cherished by these folks. Remember that these don't need to be romantic in nature, friends and family relationships can benefit from these acts too. If someone's primary love language is acts of service, they may want love expressed to them through their loved one or partner, helping them out through helpful deeds. This can include their favorite person doing unexpected, nice things for their loved one, working on special projects together, completing chores, and helping with errands. These usually take the form of a person doing more than their normal share of responsibilities to relieve pressure or stress from the one they love. People with this love language may really appreciate it when their loved one does something they may not particularly enjoy just to make their lives easier. Laziness, broken commitments, and making more work for the person they are supposed to love may communicate to them that their feelings do not matter, even if it's not done on purpose. Doing nice and helpful things instead of just talking about doing them will certainly communicate a deeper level of love to their loved one. Physical touch. Physical touch is about using your body to express connection and love. Those whose primary love language is physical touch feel the most love and appreciation through physical affection. For people whose love language is physical touch, expressing and receiving love through physical contact is important. Touch is the way they connect and feel connected with others. People who communicate their appreciation through this language value the feeling of warmth and comfort that comes with physical touch. Expressing affection through physical touch can happen through small physical gestures, like a hug or snuggling. And in a romantic relationship, this does not just have to be sexual intimacy but can include holding hands, hugs, kisses, arm and face touches, and putting an arm around your partner in public or when at home, such as when watching a movie together. Physical touch can communicate comfort to a partner who is upset and happiness or praise when a loved one is celebrating. Simply put, people who prefer physical touch want to feel emotionally connected to the person they love physically, and it may be important to them to feel physically close to their loved one every day. The absence of such can leave these individuals feeling isolated in a relationship. Words of affirmation. Apparently, in this case, words speak louder than actions. Someone whose love language is words of affirmation prefers love to be expressed through spoken words. Positive words such as support, motivation, and praise and appreciation. They enjoy kind words and encouragement, uplifting quotes, love notes left by their loved ones, or appreciative text messages. Pet names, or special names used by couples in intimate relationships or people in platonic relationships, exemplify the words of affirmation love language. These endearing terms often stem from cherished moments or experiences, serving as vocal affirmations of affection and fondness, thereby reinforcing the emotional bond between two individuals. People who prefer this love language may feel negatively affected by unkind words and may be overly sensitive to criticism from the person they love. A partner or a loved one of someone who prefers words of affirmation may consider giving compliments, showing interest in something their favorite person is talking about, and reacting positively to something their loved one has accomplished. They may say, "I love you, I'm proud of you, and I appreciate you," to connect with their loved one on a deeper level. Quality time. Quality time is a part of every relationship, but people who experience this as a love language will feel the benefits more keenly and crave time where both people are present without distraction. Meaning they really appreciate love and affection being expressed through undivided attention from their partner or loved one. This is not just being in close proximity to the one they love often, but the quality of the closeness. This can include making eye contact, actively listening, staying present, and focusing on partners or loved ones. This can also include quality conversations such as sharing thoughts, experiences, feelings, and desires in a deeply personal, welcoming, and uninterrupted context. If a partner or loved one of someone who has this love language is always on their phone during their time together, is condescending, interrupts, or dismisses them when they share their feelings, this can make the person in this situation feel unloved. I mean, these are pretty awful things to do to someone you're supposed to love, and I think anyone would feel terrible in this type of situation. But, yeah, to the person who has this love language as their primary, it is way worse. It's important to remember that quality time looks different for everyone. Some people value a few minutes of dedicated time to just sit and relax together at the end of the day. For others, quality time means setting aside time to enjoy activities together. That's why it's important to have open communication about this subject with the person you love. That way, you can both feel loved and appreciated. Receiving gifts. If you show love and care through gifts and enjoy receiving them yourself, this might be your love language. This is a pretty straightforward love language. The person feels loved when people give them visual symbols of love, as Chapman calls it. It's not about the monetary value but the symbolic thought behind the item. People with this style recognize and value the gift-giving process, the careful reflection, the deliberate choice of the object to represent the relationship, and the emotional benefits from receiving the present. All this to say, people with this love language treasure not only the gift itself but also the time and effort the gift giver puts into getting it. Those with this as their primary love language do not necessarily expect large or expensive gifts. They will appreciate them as long as they are meaningful. These can also be gifts of no monetary value, such as a beautiful shell that was found on a beach that a person knows would mean a lot to their loved one. It could be even the gift of the person themselves, such as going to surprise their loved one when they do not expect it. Partners who appreciate receiving gifts will remember dearly every gift they received, because it made such an impact on them. Someone with this love language may feel hurt if their loved one never brings them meaningful gifts or forgets to give them a gift on special occasions such as birthdays and anniversaries. In conclusion, understanding and embracing the concept of the 5 love languages can truly transform the way we connect and communicate in our relationships. By recognizing that each individual has their own unique way of giving and receiving love, we open doors to deeper understanding, empathy, and stronger emotional connections. Remember, the journey of discovering your own love language and those of your loved ones is ongoing. It's a powerful tool that can help you navigate the complexities of relationships, whether they're romantic, familial, or platonic. As you incorporate these love languages into your interactions, you'll likely witness positive changes in the way you express affection and feel loved in return. Ultimately, the 5 love languages offer a profound reminder that love is not a one-size-fits-all concept. It's a dynamic, evolving force that requires effort, patience, and the willingness to learn about ourselves and others. So, let's continue to explore and celebrate the diversity of how we give and receive love, creating richer, more fulfilling connections in our lives. And that was the end of the video. What do you think? I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, I would appreciate it a lot. If you have any video suggestions, feel free to leave it on the comments below. Thank you for the support, and until next time.